Hey guys, True Knight back here. So today I'm gonna go over my Swordsoul deck that I would play for the biggest event like YCS, like the 250th coming up. Unfortunately, life circumstances right now, I can't go just with things going on, personal life and everything. So I'm gonna sit that one out, stay home with the family because they're in need of help right now. So but all you guys who are going, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you have a great time. I hope you make some new friends. Hope you enjoy yourselves. It's supposed to be the biggest event, so a lot of people are excited and hyped up for it. So go kick some butt. But going into the event, this is something that I would play. Generic, yes, but you gotta cover all your bases at a 3,000 player tournament. So you'll see some of the deck choices. It kind of stinks to play one-ofs, but unfortunately that's just with the way it goes when it's a 20 deck format. So let's get into it. So for Swordsoul, not much changes. 3 Ecclesia. I just think that it's easy to side one out if you're going first. I preferably would never side out engine cards unless I absolutely have to, but it is a good choice to side out going first. Moye can be sided out going second. That's the thought process here. So you max out on these. 3 Moye, of course. 3 Long Yuan, just too valuable to the deck. You gotta keep him in there. I would never side him out. I know I've seen people side out 1 sometimes, but in my opinion, you always want to see him. So if you always want to see a card, don't side it out. It's weird to say that out loud, but it's the truth. 2 Taya, gotta go into this guy. I think that he's even stronger than Moye is right now, but being a 1-card combo and able to go off, it's just too strong. But yeah, 3 Emergence, you gotta play it, and the 1 Blackout. Nothing changing there with the ratios. A little bit of a change here. I am running 3 Ashuna, 2 Vishuddha, 2 Adhara, and 1 Shitana. So I was running 3 and 3, but with deck changes and everything going into an event like this, and what I decided to change into, I decided to go down 1 Vishuddha. Now this card is single-handedly the reason why most games are won and lost with Swordsoul. I think, in my opinion, just because of the effect, the attention it brings and everything like that. But I decided to put in a package with the Heavenly Circle. So this is taking the place of the 3rd Vishuddha. The Shitana is. To piggyback off of that, we do run Heavenly Circle. I was running Vessel. Nothing wrong with Vessel. I just think that in an event like the YCS, there is going to be a lot of effect negation hate. There's going to be a lot of, I'm going to stop your normal summon, I'm going to stop your Moye. I'm going to try and they're just going to try and stop you. Because they know Swordsoul loses to Nibiru in hand traps. So this is the best way to fight that. Now you can play the red one, the red Tenyi, but I chose to go with the blue one just because I like it's a graveyard effect better than I like the non-targeting factor. I am already playing a non-targeting card right here, so I decided to keep this one in instead. And I know you're only going to get 1 spin back off of your Boxio with this one, but I decided that this was more important of effect than the other one in that case. Now, hand traps and non-engine cards. I think these 2 cards are just too valuable to not run 3 ofs. I was a hater of Infinite for a while, but it's an effect negation. If you can open up this and this, you can pretty much stop almost any board. Enough to at least hold them off and weaken them enough for you to break the board and go in for game. So my opinion on this doesn't change. Also, just setting this is never bad. Having 2 effect negations with your Chi-Chow is never a bad idea. This single-handedly stops branded. I know a lot of people have heard say that over and over and over, but 2 cards that are just too valuable. Sorry. new pack of sleeves. All right, this is where it changes up. I am running 2 thrusts and 1 triple tactics. This was extra of the non-engine cards, but I decided for the event of a YCS caliber, you want to be able to not have to fall into that meme of just draw the out. You want to be able to search the out. And if not, if you already have the out, you want to make your opponent stop this so you can proceed to go off. So whatever their set, let's say set judgment or ash or anything like that was going to be used to stop your Moye, instead it's used to stop this, so then Moye can go off. So you're making your opponent pick and choose how they want to die. Like, do you want to die by my creatures, or do you want to die by what I'm about to break your board with? So pick your poison in a sense. Yes, you are giving your opponent a choice in that fact, but sometimes it's also just great to bluff. I've had games where I just use it to go off into a pot of desires. Things like that. So it is a great way to bluff. It is a great card. I know some people don't like the card. I've never seen anything wrong with it in the slightest. It searches out anything you need. And this card, I'm a player that loves options, so this just being the cherry on top is just like French bread to me. But yeah, that's where the deck starts to change, is that ratio right there. The next ratios that are going to change, we're going to run 2 desires, 2 eclipse, and 2 evenlies. So in the main deck, this is what I'm going to run for the rest of my non-engine cards. I just think with Labyrinth at the tournament, it's going to be a strong deck. Kashtira, better be ready for it. You just have to be ready for those types of decks, and these are the types that can hit all areas. You can hit all the back row with this. You can hit all the monsters with this. So those are your 2 best bets. That way, Swordsoul, if you get stuck going first, you have options going first to stop your opponent. You can just set this, maybe just make a Chi-Chow, set this, pass, go ahead, opponent. Or maybe make a Chi-Chow, pass, set this. Your opponent wipes out your monsters, they try and go in at the end of battle, you clear their board. So there is ways to win with these cards set in there now in place. Swordsoul getting stuck going first is not all that bad because of the enabler of thrust. So just remember that this is what enables these ratios. If not, it would probably be 1 more evenly matched, 1 more eclipse. This would probably be another Tenyi, is how I would do it. So if you can't afford it, if you don't have the funds for it, if you don't have the means, you don't have the access to it, I would suggest maxing these out, and either you could maybe max one of these out and make this a second tactics, or you max these out and max out your Tenyi lineup, or you put an extra circle in, or something of that nature. But that's what I would recommend for that. That is it for the main deck. Solid 40 cards. I would not dare go above 40 cards right now with the current format as it is. I just think with ratios and everything the way they are, deck space is tight. You just got to go into that. All right, so for extra deck, we're running 3 monk and 1 shaman. I was running 2 for a little bit, but I think that 3 right now is just the idea, the way to go, because you're going to have grind games, you're going to have rogue matchups, you're going to have things that just come up where you just want that 3rd monk. So give yourself that 3rd monk. One Yazi, 2 Boxia. I see a lot of people hating on Yazi right now. Please, guys, don't cut this card out of your deck. It is a non-targetable destroy, and it goes and gets you a worm. So it's great resource management. It's a great, if I just don't know how to out a board, oh, I can destroy it. Let me destroy it. You can't target this. Like, it's too valuable when it comes up, because it will come up in a big 3,000 person tournament. Trust me. Baxia, self-explanatory. Wanted to play 3, especially in the tournament like that. I'd want to play 3, but I can't. The 1 Berserker, of course, and the 1 Chow Fang. Don't take this out of your deck, guys. People are going to be playing Nibiru. You got to think that the room is going to be sitting there with like at least 25-35% of people saying, hey, I'm going to play Nib and live and die by it. So have this card ready for that Nib matchup. Swordsoul, we got 2 Yugioh, the 1 Supreme, and the 1 Sinister. There's not much to say about these cards. They're just too valuable. I've seen opponents lately with Kashtira hitting this rather than Baron. I don't blame them because this card just takes a crap on Kashtira. So be wary of that. Have a plan and backup for it. Expect your opponent to take out the Baron, but if they don't, probably going to take this out. Then the 1 Baron, of course. And the last card that I decided to put in was Dragite. Runic is a thing. Spell and traps really hurt this deck, and you really need to be prepared for it. Opponents I have seen, I myself, when I'm playing against Despia and Branded, I don't even go into Yugioh with my Moye summon. I go straight into this guy. I just value him too much, especially if I'm going first. My opponent expects me to go get that creature negation with Yugioh, but instead I go into this, and I just set 1 or 2 and say go. And you'd be surprised how many opponents go, huh, well, not only do they probably have an Ash in hand, but now they got this, and now I gotta stop it twice. Well, good luck. So, that's it for the extra deck. Side deck is where it gets crazy. So respect the back row. So the ways we respect the back row: 1 Harpies, 2 Cosmic. I'm gonna show this all at once because I want to explain the side decks in its entirety. So this is my back row removal for going second. You have to respect Sprite. Sprite has been on a tear lately, so I am making room, and because of Thrust, I now have room for Dark Ruler. So remember that Thrust enables things like this. Thrust enables more room for me to go and get this kind of stuff. The other copy of Eclipse and the other copy of Evenly Matched. This is where it gets kind of weird, but just follow me on this, guys, because you play Thrust. So remember that. So we finish out right here. I play 1 of D-Barrier, 1 of Royal Decree. I can go and get these with Thrust. So if I'm going first, I can show my opponent how I'm beating them. Especially if they didn't think, oh, they're going to go first and they don't have back row removal. Well, great. Now you just won the game. Free win. So just remember things like that, guys. Like, Thrust enables all of this shenanigans. Like, this should not be okay in a side deck. But because of a card like Thrust, you have that option now. So that's how valuable that card is. A lot of people take a crap on Thrust. Yes, you can Judgment it. You can do things like that to stop it. But the sheer factor that it's there and it's prevalent opens up these options. And then the last 6 cards. So with a tournament like this, I decided to opt into Nibiru. I think that Swordsoul is going to be heavy there. You're going to see a lot of Rogue where this just beats it. Kashtira, there's going to be a lot of players trying to go into Shangri-La and just zone lock you. Like, this is, and especially if they do it game 1 to you, that's your read right there. Like, okay, I'm going Nibiru because I know the rest of the match they're going to keep on trying that. They're not just going to Arise Heart Pass. They've decided that their objective is to get Shangri-La and shut up my zones. So I got to stop it. So that's your way there. The last card I decided to go into with the side deck is Droll. I just think that there's too many rogue decks out there that you're prepared for your meta matchups, yes, but your rogue matchups like Cyberverse, Cybers with MathMech, all those guys, they're just going crazy going into their deck, getting cards, all those things. This just says no. So remember that. I think this is a very important and key card to this tournament coming up this weekend, and it's something that you should really heavily recognize siding, if not maining. I think it's kind of mandatory for a tournament like this because there are going to be a lot of people playing cards that get them resources, and this is a way to just say no to that. So if that's how you feel like you can outsmart and outwit your opponent, I strongly suggest you do it. So These are just my thoughts again. This is what I would carry into a tournament of that caliber, of that size. Is just, I know it's, again, there's 4 one-ofs, but at the same time, you're actually playing just 2 one-ofs, but they're searchable. So you not only have desires to try and get to them, but you also have thrusting to get to them. So Moye can draw into them. Your Sinister combo with Moye can draw you 2 chances to get into them. Like, there's just so many chances to get into these one-ofs that I just decided, hey, it's worth it to try. Why not? So yeah, this is what I would probably play for the caliber of tournament that's going to be. A smaller locals event that I play at, that only has like 40 to 60 players. I would probably change this up a bit, but I don't think you can go too wrong with this on a day where you're probably going to be playing 15, 17 rounds and you don't know what you're going to be facing. Like, you could be playing meta for the first 2 rounds, lose 1 round, and you're playing against rogue for the next 3 rounds. So just be prepared for that, and I think that you're solid. Have a game plan though, guys. That's my encouragement to you, is don't just play what you see the top players winning with. Get a combo, get a routine in place that you see as an objective that you can do constantly and is a game-winning objective, and go for that, because I think that that's something that you should be valuing more right now than what just is sexy and what a lot of players are playing right now. Play what you know, especially for a tournament this size. If you're a no-team person that's just going in by yourself trying to do the best you can, play what you're good at. Don't play what the good players are playing. Play what you're good at. So, can't preach that enough. But hey, again, I hope you all have fun. I hope you all kick butt. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. I hope we see, like, out of nowhere names that we've never even heard of before just kicking butt. I hope we see our usual names kicking butt. I just want to see everybody having a good time. Please, no toxicity at the event. Be positive, be encouraging, make new friends. Make it a good time, guys. Like, the country just went through something rough on Monday with that school shooting, so make this positive, guys. Have fun. Enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear stories about it and how you guys had a good time. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and comment how you guys did. I'd love to hear about it. If you guys did good and you're interested, love to do deck profiles. I am very outgoing and always up to meeting with people and everything, so just hit me up on the comments, guys. All right, good luck again, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.